Right, hello guys, welcome back to some more Arma 3 ZEUS, and today the guys are going to be tackling a little bit of a different mission. On this one they're going to actually have choices to make, because usually I do missions where they kind of have to tick a box, you go do this. Well, now they're going to have to decide, do they want to spend some time trying to assault a base to capture an extra resource to help them do the mission, or are they going to focus purely on the mission. The mission's also timed, so it's all a factor. Hope you liked the video guys. If you did, drop a little like, always helps me out, and I'll see you on the next one.
Let's see what happens. It's taking a moment. These things will all pop up in a minute for me on the screen. There we go, that's where they're at. And then I have to go and lay these in. And I've never played this game before. What am I seeing? Some of the guys in the chat will explain for you, but I'll talk you through it as well. What you're seeing is the entire map of Altis, which is huge, because I'll give you an idea of just how big Altis is. We will fly to where my objects are, which is far, far in the west. So if we go down on the map here, really small, you can see the guys down here. Alright, so this is back at base. The guys here at base prepping up, getting stuff ready. Okay, now I'm going to fly us over. Do you know what? These frickin' up and down things are still backwards. I'll fix it up before we start the mission. So we're going to fly. You've got to remember that, like, for the guys, Jesus, this up and down thing is confusing me now. See, look, we're right down on the ground here. Okay, so you can just imagine, right, how far this is to run. Okay, it is far. So this is how big the map is. It's big, 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 big. And we're still not even there yet. It goes on and on and on. It's huge. Really, really huge. So we're flying. So we're still not there. We have quite a way to go. Okay, so we've got to find... Mink Dog says, is it me? Or I'm bored of the ZEUS thing. Yeah, it's just you, dude, unfortunately. Everybody else really loves it. It's just you. Where the hell is my thing? It's so big, I can't even find where the hell my objects are. They're around here somewhere. Okay, here they are. Okay, a little bit further to the north. Right, okay, so now we need to basically come in here. And what I've got to do is I've just got to tweak up the design and layout of this stuff. So what I've done is I've basically built in a mission for the guys, and then they're going to have to come in here and basically do this stuff, right? So you'll see as it plays out. So these are all objects and things that I've already placed into the game. All the little yellow circles you see, they basically are like an anchor, which enable me to grab and turn and modify all of the objects on the ground. So you can imagine it takes a little while to build this stuff. So here we've got like a bunker. A couple of bunkers, and what I'm doing is I'm just going around, I'm just checking all these objects to make sure that they are tied into the ground properly, and mostly they are. In fact, the ones up here, I'm surprised how well they are. I thought they were going to freak out. Oh yeah, actually there's one thing I want to check. Oh, even the double bunkers are working. Okay, awesome. Good, good, good. And then I'm just going to check this stuff down here. There shouldn't be any issues with this stuff. The reason I'm probably getting a little bit of a choppy screen at the moment is just because there's so many yellow dots all over the place here. Okay, I've got to just check this one, and that's fine, I know. This one, that's all fine. Hilltop, looks fine. Okay, there's another one over here. Just turn that off so I can see a little better. Yeah, most of these are not too bad, to be honest. That one needs a change. Basically, when they load in, they don't load in perfect to the ground like this, so you often have to do this. You have to kind of grab them and just relay them into the ground slightly. Same as this one right here. Lock that in. Same as this one. These are fine. I'll go with that. Fine, fine, fine. It's all good. This needs a little tweak. And that one too. That's it. Okay, cool. So now once we've done that, what we've got to do is we've got to remove these out. So we've got to go remove objects from ZEUS. And the reason that we do this within 500 meters. The reason we do this is it makes frames better for me. And it also means that I can control units without accidentally clicking objects and stuff. But there are no enemy units on this right now. I've got to lay all that in. Okay, so they're taken out of there. And then I'm just going to fly up here and go remove 100 and take that off. So now that's that stuff. So now we've got that set. Okay, now I'm going to actually, this is a break, because normally what I would do is I'd lay in all the units and then I would give them the mission. But this time I'm going to give them the mission first, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to base, and first of all I'm going to just make a shot here so I can come back here easy. Actually, that probably reminds me, yep. I've told the guys, players are clear to complete side missions, so there's a couple of guys who've gone up there. I'm going to come back to the base here and I'm going to start making the mission now. I'm going to also do this. So this basically enables me to fly back and forth very easily between 2 points on the entire map. That's why you see that kind of screenshot action. Right, I'm just going to write mission. Right, it's already been basically about 45 minutes because we had all those technical issues. Sorry for delay. Tech issues tonight. Right. Okay. So now we have to put in a mission for the guys, right? So we have to go to objectives, we have to go to custom objective, and then put this in. And this is basically going to tell them what it is they need to do. So this mission is going to come with multiple parts, okay? So this one is going to be called Operation Crucible, spelt correctly. Okay, so mission is, and I usually think these up on the spot, so they're not actually, I have to kind of figure them out as I go along. Okay, CSAT forces have secured 3 important hostages. Three important hostages, NATO officers. Officers have vital information to the continuing conflict in the region. All of the officers must survive, as we do not know who holds the vital info. In order to prevent CSAT reinforcements, you need to locate and destroy their communication station, which will likely have some sort, likely carry radar capability. I'm trying to tell them what they're looking for here. Primary objective is to secure hostages. You will have 20, let's give them, this is difficult terrain. I'm going to give them 45 minutes from initial contact before we expect CSAT to attempt extracting the hostages. Secondary objectives will follow. Okay, that should be clear enough. Right, let's go for secondary objective. Operation C, secondary objective. So, Operation C, secondary objective, a major CSAT installation is located in the surrounding area of the hostage location. If you are able to split your forces, you may be able to secure extra resources to complete your mission. This will be a gamble depending on how you wish to distribute your teams. Okay. So now I'm going to mark up the map for these guys and show them where the mission will be coming in. So I'm not going to give them a specific location other than the actual objective. And then we're going to put some question marks around here for other stuff. Actually, do I need to put, yeah, we'll put some markers around for the general area. This is just, the question marks will basically give the guys an idea of vaguely the region that they are looking at. Because otherwise it's going to be a bit too much. So that kind of gives them a vague idea of where they need to be looking at. Just delete one of those off. Okay, so that's going to be their plan. Okay, so, oops, sorry, night vision guys. Right, I'm going to just say to them, so I'm laying in units. You can begin planning your mission. Okay, so we're going to start laying in units now. Thanks for streams, Lynn. It's really helped improve my ZEUS play. You're welcome, of course. Welcome, of course. Also, guys, big thanks to resubs and supporting people for always on the stream. Had a really good stream last time, and a couple, like 3 or 4 resubs right at the start today. So I don't get notified who they are, but thank you very much indeed, guys. Right, okay, so let's start laying in units. So we've got quite a lot to lay in here, but I'm going to have to kind of be somewhat restrictive about how I do it, because otherwise it's just going to be too much. So what I want to put in here is, I've given them fairly limited air capability. Let's put in some commish here. Take that out. This may or may not destroy this. Okay. There we go. Actually worked better than I thought. Trying to be extremely careful not to destroy those bunker things. Right, so I'm going to leave the guys. I do not want this to glitch into the building and blow up. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to leave the guys to formulate their plan while we lay in all this stuff, basically. Where's the stacks? Oh, they've called them turrets now. There's been some changes to the layout of stuff basically since they've done the update. So some of the objects are called slightly different things, which has been making it fun for me to find some of the objects. Like I couldn't find fortifications a minute ago, and it's under a new thing called like walls and then military, so it's not quite the same as it used to be. So I'm laying in some static machine guns and stuff like this along with standard stuff. We're going to have a little mortar team in here. This mission actually does not have a major amount of firepower. And I also am slightly concerned about mortars in a very confined location, as we have located before, because sometimes they don't. In fact, like, this still concerns me. We previously had some kind of bad experiences with this. In fact, I might just test this right now. I'm going to create an artillery target like here. See what happens. Okay, you're good. What about you? You going to be good? Oh, he seems okay. Alright, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. We'll see what happens. I'm going to give them an extra mounted machine gun as a guard. You guys will do for now. Keep an eye on you. Liam, what do you think of the 1.6 update so far? I really like the new CCIP feature. Yeah. There's that artillery landing. May as well leave this marker here. I'm going to lay down a few artillery targets around. Yeah, everything about the new update so far I really like. Right, we obviously can't mortar directly on the radar station, so what I'm going to do is, but we can be quite tight and specific with mortar fire. So I'm going to lay in some stuff nearby. It's tricky to sort of know. I'm going to put a position there. And looking down onto the container sort of section here, so I'm going to put one there. Basically, these are basically these are pre-designated targets. So pre-designated targets, this was something that was advised to me, I'm going to put one right there, by actual mortar and artillery operators who messaged me and were like, hey Luton, love your stuff, but you should be doing this. And I was like, okay. So what it is pre-designated targets. It's what they do in real life. They basically range out positions so that they don't have to waste time measuring them in, when they're actually in combat. So it's like if they've set up a base, again, I'm not going to mortar this base right here, but I have a load of rule sets about sort of how I can designate targets and so on and so on. Anything like this where there's little rock outcrops, they're good. You sort of think like, yeah, there might be people there, right? So that's kind of like how you designate this stuff. And then if the guys happen to be unlucky and they wander onto a pre-designated target and they fire from that position and I have units that see them at that position, well, bad luck, you're probably going to get a bit of a mortar strike on you. Again, similarly, this, that's looking across to the base. It's pretty likely that they may try and engage at this position. They also might try and engage at this position. They look across here. So I'm trying to sort of look at ways in which I can protect my own guys. Again, similarly, like this little compound right here, they might sort of come across here and be near these shacks or something. So I don't know, do I want to do the hilltop? Maybe. There's a load of little walls over here. This seems like a pretty good position that I might want to consider as a pre-designated target. And again, looking around here, it's all kind of pretty flat. There's no specific features. What I'm looking for is features. I'm looking for features where they may think like, hey, this is a good position where we can kind of scout out and fire at stuff. Again, like this one right here, it looks straight onto my other little base. It's got a few rocks, it's got a few trees. That's probably a position they might consider if they happen to be there. So that's what I'm going to do. Looking at a few more sniper teams. Yeah, we'll try and do that. Right, so that's my pre-designated positions. I'm going to use a lot more kind of vehicles and stuff against these guys this time, because today we want to be a bit more hardcore. We've been a bit easy on them lately, and I want to make sure I'm going to take the fuel out of this thing because they have a habit of just flying off by themselves, which is pretty annoying. Rather than set up AA sites around near the objectives, you could set them up at random points on the map. That lets you make the pilot be more cautious about where they fly, making it too hard for them to reach the objective. Yeah, I mean, it swings and roundabouts. You've got to be fair to the guys and give them a chance to actually get in on stuff, otherwise it just becomes a miserable nightmare. Oh yeah, it's these things, right? I forgot about that. Probably won't need them as that, but we'll put them in nonetheless. Yeah, so it all works. There's different ways to do stuff. But usually I don't try to make it difficult for them to get to the mission. That would just be really irritating. Usually what we do is we just, we try to fortify as best we can. I have to try and build this as quick as possible. I don't know how much time they're planning to spend on setting stuff up, but I have to try and lay everything in here as quick as possible so that we can get on with the mission. Now I need to get up here as well. So this is like a little base, sort of like a little checkpoint if you want. Let's get another 50 cal in this. So these are just static machine guns. They're pretty powerful and they have quite good range. And the trouble is they're very easily sniped. But things are going to be much more difficult soon for the guys, because pretty soon they're going to be restricted by backpacks and equipment. Right now they're not really that restricted. They can take pretty much what they want. The only thing that I restrict them by is basically, the only thing I restrict the guys with is vehicle use pretty much. And they're restricted with helicopters right now. All the helis are locked at base, so until I go back there and unlock them, they're not going to be able to sort of set up. Because we had some issues previously where people would just be doing the standard thing of kind of getting on board everything, and it gets annoying. Right, so I'm just setting up some of these machine gun positions here. There's that thing doing it again. It's doing an annoying thing where basically it like when I Control C, Control V an object, it should pretty much go where my cursor does, but sometimes they don't. See, like if I Control V, there you go. See, it should come pretty much on the cursor. Okay. I'm not going to put any in there because they never work properly. Oh, Jesus Christ. A10 strike. Kind of scared the Christ out of me right there. TC Roberts, thank you very much. Holy crap, TC Roberts, thank you very much indeed. What a great way to start the evening. Luton, do you think your mortars could reach Roberts' peak? I think they definitely could. I think we could get up for their teeth. Thanks very much for that. Really amazing. Thank you very much, Roberts. Big support. Really appreciate it, buddy. Okay, so we've got that one going in there. Luton, have you ever tried building a couple of sniper teams, hides and shelters on the hills overlooking the objective? Guys, show TC Roberts some A10 support in the chat, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, snipers are an interesting one. They can be really powerful or not, as can most things with the AI. They can be really powerful or incredibly stupid because that's how the AI are. But, you know, it is what it is. Right. Okay, won't be long, guys. Working ASAP. Right, so we're just going to bang in a load of infantry here. I'm going to put guard infantry patrols in the valleys here. So we're going to put guard infantry patrols around this valley point. Mark map for airstrikes. They basically have got they've got some pawnies with them today, so that's going to make things interesting. Oh, freaking hell! I forgot to set myself up in a separate squad. There we go. So what I'm doing now is I'm telling this squad waypoints. So I'm basically giving them like waypoints to follow, and they will basically just walk through the valley and follow those waypoints. Now the guard infantry, the reason I'm putting these guys down in the valley is because they tend to respond especially well to this kind of terrain. They use trees effectively, and I'm just giving them a kind of path. There's no real restriction, I don't think, about how many waypoints I can set down. And I can set their speed and all this kind of stuff. I'm banging up all their skill because if you don't, as we've seen before when I've experimented, if you don't properly give the AI a good amount of skill, they are just quite stupid, basically. Twitter just randomly messaged me and was like, congrats, you have over 7,500 followers. Okay, Twitter, thank you. Thanks for that info. Luton, have you ever thought about doing ZEUS on Saturday evenings at 5 PM BST? Well, if I wasn't working and I wasn't doing something else, then yes, but generally I do work, so no. People seem to forget that, like, some people work, and it's like, I don't do YouTube full time, I work, so I have to do my job. Right, anyway, so we're going to put a patrol just moving around this area. It's good to put infantry on patrol because then it means that when your guys come to find them, they may not be there, and then they get caught out, which is a good thing. Right, they're just going to have them, they'll be walking around steadily. I'm going to have some sniper teams around here as well. Let's get a sniper team looking down the valley here. Bang the skill up, get them prone. There we go. We'll have a couple of patrols around as well. Recon patrol. We'll just have a recon patrol actually walking the line, which isn't actually a good thing to do, actually. So we'll have them walking like this. It's not a good thing to walk on a hilltop because you're just silhouetting yourself constantly, so it's good to set them down the line a little bit. I'm going to have them in a spread column there as well. And then we'll just get a fire team here on the base. Nothing too special. Don't want us to be totally insane base to take. Just, you know, it's only a little outpost. It's not going to be like super, super hardcore. Right, okay. We've still got all the other stuff to set up as well, you see. Right, recon squad again. Let's just have these guys. Do a set patrol. Actually, for the time it would take me to go out to the other window, I may as well just make my own patrol. There we go. That'll be fine. Bang up the difficulty. Done. Recon squad again. It's going to be very interesting to see whether the guys stick to the hilltops or whether they do go through the valleys. Just going to leave them guys running. We'll put them on a staggered column. Right, we're going to have a weapons squad sort of down here. Just going to have them crouched and ready. Have another weapons squad sort of in here. Put them in a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Luton, what are your opinions on the full gillies where everyone has grass and shadows on the highest? You know, yeah, it'd be good to do that. It is a bit of an OP. This is the trouble with Arma. There's loads of little quirks like that where it's kind of like, so those guys are kind of see through everything. You know, there's not much you can do about that. It's just how it is. Right, I'm going to have these guys basically go up and then sort of walk this ridge line and then come down and kind of come through the checkpoint if they can and do that. Have them walk in. Right, again, I've got to be a little careful about how many units I put down, because remember, sometimes we put so many units in, it's just like, I've already got a lot of objects down in here, you see. And if I start frickin' putting every bloody unit that exists into the base as well, it's going to be just way too much. So I'm just going to put a few fire teams in on this base. I want this base to be semi-well staffed, you see. Put these guys, put these guys. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to garrison these guys. So garrisoning a unit makes them basically get into objects like this. Like that. But you don't need to do that on everything. So this guy's outside for some reason. I need to put a heli in this base as well. I'm going to put a blank Cayman in here. Again, see, I need to really put in like sentries or recon sentries or something. Put a sentry here. See, if I put a sentry in and then garrison this sentry, they should get into the thing like this. I'm going to put the sentries. I'm going to put the sentries on the towers and stuff max difficulty, because if you don't put them max difficulty, they're kind of a waste of space. Right, I'm going to put in another little sentry team on this one. Garrison that in. There we go. Bang that up. And these guys are already in. Put that up a little bit. Okay. That's going to be pretty much it. I would love to just fill that base with units, but I can't because it's just going to be too much for them to sort of deal with. This base, I feel like it's kind of got enough. Yeah, they've got 2 frickin' squads. I'll put like a couple of sentries just wandering around. Why did they attach to that? Oh, well, whatever. Right, we need to obviously have some actual units in this base here. This is why I've been kind of waiting a little bit. So again, we'll probably put some guard infantry in here. I'm going to put a guard squad and I'm going to garrison them. I'm going to put them quite high difficulty again. Garrison into the building. So there we are. They'll all be inside that building. And then we'll have like a guard patrol kind of like just sitting in the base here. Just nonchalantly minding their own business. We'll have a guard patrol out here. Oh wow, my little destroyed building actually stayed. I didn't think that was going to copy when I saved it. Okay, anyway. Put them up. They don't need to really be doing anything, you know. We'll have a couple of guard sentries, sort of engineer people in here. And then we're going to have a couple more sentries in here. Sentries. And we'll have a patrol maybe like here, just wandering up and down. So this is meant to be like the final bit, so I want to have like a fair few units just kind of down around here basically. And then, okay, so normally on a mission like this, what I do is I will pre-assign myself reinforcements, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself up until the radar station is down, I'm going to call in up to 2 attack helis. Okay, so 2 attack. After it's down, after the radar thing is down, then I can call in potentially 2 reinforcement helis. And I'm going to give myself 2 ground vehicle reinforcements if I need it. Actually, do you know what? No, I'm not going to give ground reinforcements. I'm going to give myself 2 para teams. Okay, so I can have 2 attacks, but if the radar is down I can't call in the attacks, so only radar, so only if they've got the radar station still up. And then I'm going to have 2 standard heli reinforcements. I'm going to have 2 paras available. Okay, so that's a good way of me gauging like how much reinforcements I have, and it means that I don't kind of I don't sort of abuse it and call in too many, and it makes me also gauge like when is the right time for me to bring in those reinforcements, right? Okay, now we have barely put any units here in the north side, so I need to get in a couple of like recon squads here. I'm just going to put like a couple of recon squads around here, like this. Because otherwise, if we don't have any recon squads out here, they'll just land far out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put these guys on a patrol of like 200 meters. Like that, and they would just patrol around in a column. Okay, and then similarly put these guys here on a patrol. Put like 150 is probably a better amount for this lot, so put them on a 150 echelon right, and then the last set we'll put these guys here on a patrol 150 like that. We'll just leave them as is, I guess. Okay, now the only other thing is vehicles. I need to get in some vehicles, and then we're good to go. Don't need too many though, really. Where are we going to? APCs, Merid. Okay, and we need some Ifrits and stuff as well. So from this base right here, we'll probably maybe have a couple or something. But the trouble is the terrain is extremely difficult for the vehicles. Extremely difficult. So that's going to make it very hard. I'm going to put like a couple in here. And the guys may well be bringing like an actual AT team to deal with stuff. So I kind of want to put a bit in, because otherwise they won't have anything to do. We'll put like a Merid here as well to sort of guard this outpost. I can already feel that things are getting a little laggy, so I don't want to put too much more down, really too much more down. We'll get a couple of Merids on here. It makes sense because this is quite an established sort of base. So we'll get this guy in. Maybe another one over on the other side. This base is fairly exposed though, so it's going to be obviously pretty open to attack like that. And then we'll have maybe a couple of cars, Ifrits again. Maybe put a couple of Ifrits here on this base. Seems to be like they want Ifrits on this base. And again, we might just have a couple of Ifrits like down here, actually at the outside of the base. And, I might put another Merid as well in. Maybe just kind of like here. Okay, now I think we are good to go. I can't think of anything else. Oh, hostages. I have to put the actual hostages in. I'm going to have to put in NATO guys, which is going to be problematic because I don't want them to get killed. Officer. Right, where can I put this guy without getting shot? Here, maybe. I have to quickly surrender him. Okay, I might have to move him. I knew that was going to be a problem. Oh shit. Okay, I'll have to put him like down here and then move him in. Oh dear. Okay, we'll put a couple in here and then surrender them all. Look, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. I knew that was going to be a problem. Okay, here we go. Right, so these guys, I'm going to put them in sort of random separate buildings in here. Not random separate buildings, separate rooms. Separate rooms. Right. Up on the ground. One guy want to go on the back. Right here. Okay. I believe we are good to go, guys. I think we are set. I can't think of anything else. Only perhaps where I would call a reinforcement. I think we are good to go. I'm just going to unlock helicopters for these guys. That's weird. I don't know how that guy got access to the heli there. Seems like there's a bit of a convoy en route already. Okay, mission is go. So let's see what their stuffs that they've put in. We'll have a little look around. Okay, mission is on. I just need to throw back and put that Cayman down, so they have like basically that's their reward if they manage to successfully take this base. So we just need to go here, CSAT and helicopters and Cayman, and we'll just put one in there like so. So that's if they can get to that. That's their little reward. Okay, let's go back over. So this thing's going to be happening now. These are the Pawnees, and these are basically going to provide fire support. There's 2 Pawnees. These guys can provide some pretty horrific firepower. They've got 2 mounted miniguns and also rocket pods. But most of the teams here are down on the ground, and they're really actually pretty far away. But it's because they want to approach carefully, and there's no time limit for them in terms of approaching, so they don't have to worry too much about this kind of stuff. Anyway, let's go back in on ZEUS. So the helis, you can see, are heading on back to base. They don't want the helis flying around, because if the helis are flying around, the helis might accidentally make contact, and this is something that's happened before. So this is actually really good. They've learned from previous experiences, because on previous missions what happens is the helis fly in, the helis get shot at, bang, the timer starts, and they don't want that. They want to be careful about moving up. They want to get as close as possible before they get that timer started, so they can maximize their time on the mission. So here's one team, and they're basically checking for any enemy units. The new colours, by the way, the new colours look awesome on this. It's really nice. And I think I've got my distance drop off absolutely perfect, because you can see the distance it drops off at further range. You sort of get that mistiness coming in, but it's just about right for what we want. 250 viewers again tonight, guys. Thanks very much for coming in and checking this out. Seems to get more popular every time we do it, but thanks for jumping in, guys. Always appreciate it. And don't forget, guys, we also do Monday streams of ZEUS. Not always. It alternates between that and like Overwatch and other stuff. But Scotty Jack says Cayman on the deck. Watch out, might be a threat later. How the frickin' hell are they seeing that? Scotty, by the way, I know for a fact that Scotty is like not someone who's going to mess around. So I'm just curious how. I'm not saying he's cheating, because Scotty's probably like one of the most responsible people on here. I'm just curious how the hell he's seeing it. Oh look, they must be able to see it from here, so they must have like a good line of sight. Obviously, I have no optics at that range, so they are clearly from. I mean, it just shows you see how good these guys are at gathering intel. Because look how far away they are. They are miles away. They're so far away, and yet they're able to sort of gather some intel about that base from here. So that's really amazing. Leading a nighttime beach assault to secure intel for a large dawn beach landing. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. You'll be interested, guys. There'll be a quite nice mission coming up after this one, which, if it plays out well, will be really awesome. Right, so here's the squad getting ready to go. Got some Titans with them. This is going to be the last time they can carry Titans, that's for sure. Some heavy MGs as well. Looks like team's moving out. And you can see the camo really blends in so good now. You know, it always used to, the camo never used to really work because the players were always so much darker. The players were always so much darker than the ground and environment, but it's the way that they've changed up the look and feel of Arma now. It works so good. I mean, look, you can if you come away a little bit, I mean, you can see the guys, right? But they're pretty damn hard. Like, if they're stationary, they're pretty damn hard to see. Okay, let's have a little look, see what other squads are doing right now. Where the hell has that boat gotten to? Not very far, I'd imagine. Yeah, it's just rounding the bottom here. It'll be forever before they get up here. Okay, so let's see what. Xenos here seems to be going off by himself. Not sure that's a great plan. Who's this? Oh, it's Liru and Cobalt. This is the, looks like the AT team right here, because they're the ones who've got the trucks. And there's another team moving in here with Iron, Newell, and Nord. Newell, regular player as well, guys. Big support on the stream. In fact, guys, you actually notice Newell is one of my Brotherhood of Luton major players. Jay Newell is a champion in my stream support, so... So the guys here, these guys are making some pretty forward progress now. So again, what they've got to do, they've got 3 NATO officer hostages to secure. There is a secondary CSAT base which they can choose to go for if they want to. If they choose to go for the secondary base, it may take them extra time, they may lose valuable players doing so, but if they're successful, it will give them massive extra firepower. So that's actually, this is one thing I was trying to do, was instead of just giving them boxes to tick, I wanted to give them choices to make. So instead of, you know, saying you have to go to this and you have to go to this, what I've done is said, look, you know, if you go there, you might die, you might waste some time, but if you're successful, you'll get a tool which will give you extra firepower and enable you to do the mission easier. So I think that's a much better way of giving them guys like secondary objectives rather than just saying do this, do this, do this, you know. Now again, just to give a little bit of incentive, what I might do, again, it's good to kind of give these guys like a little bit of a feeling of something going on. So what I might do is wind up this heli, fly it round and fly it back to base. Not going to fire at them, just going to put it up there. Because this will just give them a little bit of a like, hold on, there's something coming our way. So we're just going to fly around and then come back again. So they put on the marker here, point of attack, second attack. They've got some other things going on. Right, we're up in the air, let's move around. Now they may shoot at me, they may not, but I'm not going to shoot at them. I'm literally doing like a little patrol. But they will probably start talking about this together themselves. We're not out to kill anybody, we're just doing a little patrol around. But this will be, it gives them a point of interest, because they'll start saying like, holy shit, there's an orca, blah blah blah. They may try to shoot me down, but that would start their timer, so it's up to them. I'm not going to like engage them. The likelihood of the orca pilot spotting infantry from the ground, unless they're in a big open field or something, is pretty unlikely. And again, I'm not looking for them, I'm not going hunting for them. I'm just kind of flying around here. If I very easily see them, then we'll call it in. So just give them something to talk about. Looting the boat is being chopped in. Look, you can't say that. You can't say looting the boat's being chopped in. Go down there. My pilot. You got to think of it like in fiction. My pilot doesn't know that. My pilot doesn't know that those guys are. My pilot doesn't know that that's going on. It would be ridiculous. I can't just go to them. That's stupid. It's not fair either. It's cheating. Like, you know. Here's the difficulty about being a good Zeus. You have to basically, you have to like temper your judgment as Zeus. You have to be like, look, I know they're there, but do my CSAT guys know I'm there? In many ways, I'm kind of like playing against myself, you know what I mean? Just scare them. No, it's not fair. Right, so we've done our little patrol there. We've definitely flown over or near. The guys on the ground will 100% have seen us, so we're just going to come back into base now. There's our little outpost. My god, look at that container. He's like freaking out from the downdraft of the helicopter. Right, now I have to very quickly engine off, and then I have to, even quicker than that, I have to try and remove the fuel out of this thing so the AI don't try to take off. Because the AI have a habit of like just taking off whenever they feel like it. Right, let's see what's happening. Now these guys here, holy shit, these guys are about to come in on some action. Oh my god. They have moved away just at the wrong time. Look, look, look. These guys have moved away so near to these guys. They have gotten very, very lucky. If they are a bit more ballsy, let's just see what else is happening. So the other team are moving across the valley here. Loads of them are getting near to the pre-designated targets. Yep, some of the guys were asking me in the chat about sort of decision making and so on. Look, 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 isn't this interesting, right? Isn't this interesting? We were talking about, like, you know, what is a good pre-designated target, and look, these guys are sitting smack bang on one of my pre-designated targets. You know, like you can see the marker right here. Now obviously I'm not just going to fire at them, that's not how pre-designated targets work. It's not that if you end up on one of those targets I just fire at you, that's not how it works. The idea is that I don't have to spend any time ranging you. Right, it seems like John McClane and Eslan, this is, I would say, probably one of the more experienced squads, are going for the base, the main attack base right there. The other teams, it seems, are going off down here. So Jay Newell and his squad coming in here. I have to obviously gauge when contact is made and then decide. We have so much time to go with. These guys, it looks like they're sort of trying to wait for the other teams to come in. And this team here is the AT team. These guys got missiles. But again, I wonder if they realise they're on a pre-designated artillery position. Again, I can't just take control of my squad that was very nearby. I mean, if these guys had come up over that hill, maybe like 2-3 minutes earlier, they would have walked straight onto that full squad that's down here. So we've got a full squad here, look, that's just walking through. There we go, this is our squad. And they just missed those guys. They were so close. And if they'd have made that engagement, then the timer would have started, they would have been live. So everyone is holding tight. This is really good to see. This is good when you consider most of the guys here, you know, there's a few regulars, but overall most of the guys here are pretty just randoms, you know. Oh shit, I heard contact. Contact's made. Timer starts. Oh shit. Sorry guys. Okay, now they got 45 minutes from this time. So these guys are moving a lot quicker now. Oh, I can't tell quite who's firing yet. These guys are on a pre-designated slot. Have a quick look where the rest of the teams are. The other team is still not in position here to move up on the hill. So again, that boat team, it looks like they're being hallied in. We could go take a little look at that in a sec. Let's just look over here. I think these guys are the ones who have taken contact. Can't quite tell though. Let's just have a little look down here, guys, because there is a boat being hallied in by the look of it. A little way away. So here we are, the Huron is basically bringing the boat in. I just wanted to show you guys this because it's not something you see super often. The boat is going to fly down, this is the full team, and they really should have done this from the start. Right, he's going to come in and drop these guys on the ground. There he goes, the boat is going down. Just like in real life. And down he goes. So now the boat is ready to make its assault. Let's go back to our station up here though. Frickin' hell. Oh, that's it. Fire is coming across. Okay, now again, trace of fire is coming across. We can very easily see that that's a point of contact. That's target hotel. So then what we do is we go over to our mortar operators on target hotel. The guys at the main base are going to be radioing through for fire support on target hotel. Because it's pre-designated, I do not have to range that position. So I choose target hotel, I go a 3-round, and we fire. And then I fire again, and again. So there we go. Rounds are coming up. So we'll see the fire coming across here, and we're waiting for that mortar round set to come in. And again, it's that. Well, that's one missile out. That's a hit, but here we go. Mortar's coming down. That was only the first 3 rounds. There'll be more coming down. Some of these guys are taking some pretty heavy hits here. And they're running away. Cool. So that's, again, you see, that's basically forced those guys off that hilltop. Okay, looks like the heli has been taken down, and I knew that was going to happen. The heli's been taken out by this team right here. Okay, they're being fired at as well. We're going to put some rounds in on that. It's used target alpha. So let's get back over onto this, and we'll put some rounds towards them. The mortars are often, they're not even so much a case of, I knew that this was going to happen, that's why I didn't even bother to move this thing, because I saw one of the guys over there had actually an AA set up for missiles, so I knew that was coming down. Okay, firing out, firing out. Now my only tricky thing here is that I have to try and basically juggle between. Now they are just, again, but you see, look, okay, here's the interesting thing about artillery fire, okay? The interesting thing about the artillery fire is that by the time my units have engaged, all right, by the time we've fired at them, located that position, gone and found the artillery, called it in, a lot of the teams have actually moved away. So you can see, look, they were all up here when we actually called that in, but now they've pretty much all moved away, and so my artillery fire is basically useless. Now the guys are spreading out all over the place here, but let's just see what's happening. Let's go back over to, and we may call in on hotel again there, but let's have a look here. So the team here, again, there's questions to be asked about, sort of, you know, like, can my guys in the base see them? And a way that I can get around this, it looks like the scouts off the top of the tower have already been neutralized, so the guys are doing a really good job here. Oh, it looks like one of the MRIDs has just become active itself. So again, I don't have to tell the MRIDs and so on to actually just go do stuff. They will just activate by themselves. Let him fire smoke in that hotel target. Yeah, again, we may do. I mean, to be honest, we've got a couple of units right nearby, so they're kind of covering them. Right, actually, though, these guys would have heard this fire, so I'm just going to tell them to move over here, because they would have heard that fire contact in the woods. I mean, they're firing missiles out. These guys right now, this is another thing, you have to kind of rationalise whether or not the guys are hearing. Another thing is, like, the guys that are here, you know, they would have heard this stuff on the hilltop, so it makes sense for them to kind of move up and across these hills instead of continuing on with their position. They will have heard all of that gunfire, they will have seen that missiles coming out from this position, they will have heard that. So let's look back on this. I've got some infantry sort of coming up here. But I think, again, you know, they're still basically right on hotel. So again, what you may have is that the guys that are nearby may call that in and say, move it back 30 meters and fire again. You know, so that's the way you've got to think of it. So I'm just going to move sort of back a little bit. I'm not going to put it back up right on them, okay, because, again, that's not how we work. It's not about putting it smack bang on them. It's about kind of just making a bit of an estimation and calling that stuff in. Right, so let's go back on hotel and fire again. Notice, again, these are I'm not firing at everybody. This is the only team which have been on a mark and they've had a fairly legitimate target come down. These guys over here have got their own problems to deal with, the infantry. The other team down here, which came in by boat, okay, these guys are steadily now making their way up the hill here. And they can hear some fire and guns and so. They can probably see that radar station just at the top there. Anyway, let's go back over here. Let's go back on the line. Okay, this stuff's going to be coming down. Right, there we go. It's just kept landing in. And look at them go, look at them go. See it? I'm keeping it on this screen so you can see them move. And look at them, see how they move. So that's important because you see the mortar fire, it's not just about killing, it's about scaring and disorientating and fragmenting the groups. It's about making it just more challenging for them. 10 minutes have elapsed already. So they've got 35 minutes remaining on this mission. Luton, can you do Zeus cast strikes just to change it up for the guys on the ground? Well, again, like I said, I've got resources. I've got 2 attack helis while the radar are up. So again, I might try and bring those in at this point. But I can't just... fire coming in here. Okay, so again, what I'm going to do is I'll fly away a little bit, and I am going to bring in 2 attack helis. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring them in here. Okay, because otherwise I'm going to tell these guys to support this ridge. I'm going to tell these guys to support the base here. Once they get to that position, I can put them on patrol routes. So that is my air support gone. So I have no further attack helicopter support. The reason I bringing these guys in now is because, again, if I lose that radar position, I may not have any further support. I'm probably not going to take control of these, though. They'll be bad enough by themselves. This other team's still quite far away. These guys are having a bit of a hard time. And these guys are taking some pretty heavy. These guys are taking some pretty heavy fire here. Looks like they have destroyed the Merid, though. See what's happening on the hilltop. This hilltop is a pretty dangerous one. They've got a full squad just below them, and they're very, very exposed. I can see the helis coming in the distance here. Now again, the guys are having a bit of a hard time. I anticipated that this would be a more challenging mission than they're probably used to, mainly because of the terrain. CSAT infantry right here, you can just see along this line. One guy down already, and he's down as well. Man, they're getting wrecked today. So again, you can see just how challenging this is. The guys are trying to make they're trying to make a good push forward, but they came in on a bad position here. They were just unlucky a little bit. The sniper is still remaining. They're having a hard time, but they were unlucky. Remember, these squads were patrolling around, so they've really come into some heavy contact here, which is unfortunate for them. Okay, my helis are still en route, as you can see. So the guys here are having a challenging time. But I wanted to make this mission a big challenge. They're actually playing it really good. They're playing very, very well. Now the heli will just start following targets. But they don't know that. They don't know that that's not me. Right, this other heli is actually just kind of sitting in the sky, so I need to put this thing on a patrol before it gets shot down. In fact, it already is being shot down. So I'm going to change it up on its patrol there. Off he goes. This is the trouble. Once they get to a position, they tend to just stop. I'll tell this guy to come back over here, and then I'll put him on a patrol over here. Once it's on a patrol, it may or may not just engage targets. I'm not quite sure where it is going, though. Oh, it seems to be on a patrol there for some reason, which is not right. And tell it to come back and be on another patrol. Right, this guy, though, he's coming in here. Right, so now I'm going to tell it to patrol. I'm going to tell it to... Oh, okay, he's already been fired at. Not quite sure whether this guy's actually taking a hit there or what. Yeah, he's gone. So this one was flying right above the AT teams, and he just took a missile as he's coming in there. The other one, though, the other one is coming back over here now. He should be good to go. This unit is flying in the sky here. Well, I mean, you can actually tell them to patrol once they reach a certain point as well. Right, I've set him up actually to fly around this position, so these guys are going to have a bit of a time. The helis should start to engage the guys on the ground. The AI helis are usually pretty good at engaging targets on the ground, but we'll see what happens. Oh, okay, there's another friendly heli coming in to chase it. So the friendly Pawnee... Oh, he's trying some missile shots. Missing. Needs to be careful, otherwise the Orca's going to get straight on him. Missing with every single one. He really needs to be careful of getting some friendly fire on this thing. Maybe at this point we should maybe get a little control on this guy. Origins though, he's a good pilot. I think we can let that stand there, right? Oh my god, A10 fire coming down. Where the frick is this guy gone? I don't see him. Oh, it looks like he's down. He might have crashed. Where the frickin' hell is that fire coming from? See him on the ground here. Don't see any guys on the ground here. KJ Johnson, thank you very much, mate, for supporting the stream. Thanks very much indeed, guys. Throw some A10 down in the chat. Oh, there's smoke there. Blue smoke, blue and white smoke. And those guys there are having a bad time. I'm just pulling around. Looks like Elzan and PO57 just down, which are the guys coming up to the base. That smoke is a mistake, because once you see that smoke, we can fire in on that smoke. That blue and white smoke. Just going to try and get around on this. There it is. As if you needed a better target. There's friendlies down there, so I want to try and be careful and get it smack bang on that. Shit. The AA team have got us like they got the last ones. Fuck! Oh, oh no. Still, I think it was worthwhile. We got what we needed to. Let's go check out the radar station, guys. Looks like they have absolutely stormed it. We missed that, unfortunately, but they've done a damn good job. Now, these guys are local, so we need to get them back here ASAP. I think it's fair to say that they would probably be aware that, you know, if these guys are meant to be the patrol for this station, they would probably have contact in. But the guys here have done a good job. Looks like they lost a couple of people moving in on this. Brandon and Jimbo are down. But overall they've done a good job. There's an infantry guy right here. In fact, he's moving in. Let's see if he can do. Let's see if Donald Kowalski can take him down. Come on, mate, fuck him up. No! Oh, Donald, you're down. God damn it. Ah, Snowman. Something danger zone. Yeah, it is a... This is very danger zone right now. Ruining those guys on the hilltop as well. Thanks very much, Snowman. Very appreciate it, mate. Right, so the guys up here basically need to try and destroy this. Did I actually say they have to destroy it or just secure it? To be honest, I think I would accept either, because if I didn't say destroy it, I meant to, and that's my fault. But to be honest, you could assume that if they have secured it, they're denying it to the enemy, so I think that would be fair to say. Right, so again, we're having a hard time. This is always the case. It's difficult for me to split around between everything, and the guys right here are sort of, they've taken that station. Okay, so look, here's the interesting thing, look. So Newell's team, they've managed to, despite that huge airstrike we put in on them, they've managed to medic everyone up, but they have now given up trying to go that way. this is good. This is a good thing. They're making a tactical retreat. You know, they've come under extremely heavy fire from that ridgeline, and now they're pulling back to try and work out like their next move. Okay, that's a good thing. Now the fire at the base here sounds pretty intense. The guys here seem to have almost stopped trying to take on that base, which is an interesting one. Instead, they're firing across to the hills here. Holy shit! What was that? Friendly fire. Someone just pulled a grenade by mistake. Oh my god, things are going from bad to worse for the team down here. So if it wasn't bad enough that they were coming under really heavy contact from helicopters and all sorts of other stuff, they just grenaded themselves by mistake. That is going to be, I can imagine that people will be unhappy about that. And again, these guys up on the hilltop. I have a rule about squads that unless the squad has more than 50% members, they can't call in a random mortar strike or artillery strike of any kind. There's only one guy left. The idea being that if there's not more than 50% of the unit remaining, and they just neutralised him, so that guy's down. If there's not more than 50% of the unit remaining, they're under way too much pressure to be giving an accurate artillery marker, right? That's my theory anyway. Because if it's a pre-designated, they can just say, hey, call in fire on position hotel. But if they've got to give a grid reference and blah, 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 it's way more difficult for them. Right, let's see what time they've got. They've got 25 minutes remaining. 25 minutes on the clock. Okay, again, I don't think I specified they had to destroy that mission. In fact, it looks like they've kind of blown something up here. I'm going to give that because I don't think I said in my actual brief that they specifically had to destroy it. The thing that's important is they got up there and they neutralized everyone, and that's basically neutralized it out. Hoffy here seems to be engaged in a bit of like forest combat. Yeah, look, you can see the crack of the bullets just coming here. There's an AI just prone. He needs to get some smoke out there and fast. He's going to get pinned down. Oh, a bit of floating across the ground there. Oh, he's dead. Oh, Hoffy. Right, we can hear some fire and stuff going on. Oh, it looks like my Caimans are firing in the mix. I think I could hear that fire and I was like, where's that coming from? There's a little bird. Just look, see, he's firing. He's basically shooting way, way off in the distance at this helicopter. He's shooting at this guy. Oh shit, look, there we go. Airstrike on the base. Look at it go. Good airstrike, but very, very dangerous. Is he going to live? He's putting it on the deck. I think he just got away with that one. Excellent piloting by Origins there. Let's see what damage that did. Well, he came in on the base here, look, and he hit a lot of targets. Didn't actually... I killed one guy. One guy. You would have thought that blast radius might have really injured a few more of my team, but it really didn't. If he was a little bit closer, if he was just a bit more straight on, he might have in fact taken out the mortar team, so he was close on that one. Okay, here's an interesting thing. John McClane and their squad have decided to go for an approach from the north this time instead of from the east. So they're just coming up here, look on the line. And these guys are at risk. Oh shit, here we are. There's a minigun run coming in from the heli again. You can see that tracer fire coming down on those hills. There's another little bird coming in, firing in on that position. But they're keeping their distance. You need to be careful because those Kamish are still active. Right, the guys are making an assault towards the base now. Again, I can't mortar on these guys because they're way too close to a friendly base. And they're making their assault in. We'll stick with these for now, obviously. This is always a bit tricky, but it's difficult for me to jump around and look at different stuff all at once, so I have to kind of pick and choose my battles, really. Right, so radar is cleared, but I have 2 heli reinforcements and 2 paras. I I'm going to call helicopter reinforcement on this station right now, and we'll see whether it gets here in time. So we're going to create a new LZ right here, we're going to create a new rally point right here, and we're going to call in 2 helis. I'm going to call them in from over here, so they will fly across. So we're going to go CSAT, and then we're going to go unarmed aircraft, and then we're going to go return to base and despawn. We're going to put Alpha, and we're going to put Alpha. Unit behavior is default, off you go. Now again, I've put that unit in. I'm now going to also put another unit in, but further away, because if I put them in too close together, they will land on top of each other as they have done before, because AI are really stupid. Now this may be a waste of my time, because actually now it looks like the other squad as well were closer than I anticipated. But maybe we can just say, like, the guys in the base there are like, you know, we need support now, because there's still a lot of units in the base here. Liru says to it, oh shit, they nearly destroyed the, they're going to damage that heli. Someone just fired a grenade in. Casualties are high. I just have to look at Liru, because he's saying, is there a guy stuck in a rock? It's this right here. No, he's not stuck in a rock. I'm just going to say, no you don't, Liru. I'm just going to double check these other guys here, make sure none of them are glitching out. Nope, they're all fine. There's just basically, there's a guy who's very near to them, and I have a feeling they're feeling like the pressure of that. Right, CSAT Orca is coming. CSAT Orca is coming in. He's taking pretty heavy fire. Oh shit. Oh no, he's got a hit. Tail rotors down. Oh my god, the guys are bailing out, but they're never gonna. They're all dead. Oh god. Oh, it's landed, but it's so... Oh god, all the guys just bailed. They just... Oh no! Oh god. Oh lord. Okay, bad luck to those guys. I should have another heli support coming in. Where the frickin' hell is it? I might give it a different LZ position. In fact, I might try and land it myself. Yeah, okay, I'm going to try and land this myself, because something tells me things would go bad if I just allow the CSAT to pilot that in. Okay, all we've got to do to find the base is look for the smouldering fire wreckage of the previous helicopter. Oh crap, let's try coming on the east side here. Flying on the east side. It's going to be tricky because there's so many guys on it. I'll try and get on it, see what we can do. Hard. Come on. Alright, fucking just get it down. Get it down, get it down. No! They shot me as I landed. Fuck. Oh, fucking hell. Either I screwed that up or they blew me up. I think probably me screwing that up. I think I was coming in too fast. I didn't think I was coming in too fast. I think I was like going to lay that down. I think that was me screwing that up more than anything else. I was trying to come in really quick because I wanted to just lay it in on the ground, but I think we failed. So never mind. I caused the death of many an AI today. Oh, it's a shame. I think I just needed to slow it down a little bit more. The trouble was, if I had travelled in any slower than that, they would have just wiped me out anyway. So I had to try and get in as quick as possible, but you can't win them all. Okay, so Brandon's team are coming down the valley here. Sniper team seem to be shooting at them though, I think. Yeah, they are. Yeah, you can see that basically the sniper team right here is shooting down through the valley at these guys. Can I just power drop guys in? Yeah, I've got 2 power remaining. John McLean is saying clear the tower. Why? They don't need to destroy anything. Oh, they're destroying the communication tower. They actually didn't have to do that. That wasn't part of the mission at all. But how can they be confused? Maybe they're getting confused between that and the radar station. Now they only have got 15 minutes remaining. Now they have just completed a secondary objective. Jesus man, terrain load much. So let's go secondary objective. Let's go back. So they've completed that secondary objective, but they've still got the main primary objective, and they only have 15 minutes to do this now. It's gone Brandon's team really, and these guys are going to have a hell of a time coming in on this. We may as well stay with these guys for now, because the others are not going to get there for a little while. They're clearly role-playing looting, getting those comms down. Yeah, well, it's a good thing to do. I mean, that's good. It's always good. I mean, basically, on most Zeus missions anyway, if you're not sure, just destroy it, right? You know, so if you're on a base and you're there, you've got to be careful. Right, things are going to get a bit tight here. They have a lot of enemy between them and the base, and the enemy are guard infantry, and they are very skillful. So this is going to be probably a horrible slaughter, but let's see. It's on this squad to at least slow things down and get in on this. Luton, can you... Oh, shit. Oh my god! Okay, Brandon was... Here they are, here they are. There was a squad here that basically just ambushed them, because these guys were basically just on top here. Look at this, look at this, look at the fire coming in. Oh my god, they're all going to get killed because they're just down in the little gully. They're just in this little gully and they're going to get slaughtered. Gangster and... no, Goose is down. There's 2 remain out of the squad. And these CSAT guard infantry are horrible. They don't mess around. And let's see what the rest of the teams are doing. I'm just going to leave them there. Okay, the other squads are coming down the valley here, look. One of my infantry patrols. Holy shit, there's a Merid here that they haven't seen. Why the hell didn't I send that up the hill to deal with the other stuff? I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm just going to leave it be. The AT teams seem to be not really doing anything. They've kind of got a bit stuck. I think it's because they all got killed on that checkpoint. So it's really down on this lot here, and they are running out of time fast. They've got about 13 minutes. They are extremely tight on time. Oh, they're shooting at the wheels on the bridge. Why is this fucking thing not returning fire? Come on, you stupid donut. Oh, no, 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 no. Get in this gunner, you idiot. Oh, they've disabled the gun, that's why. I can't move the gun. That's why the guy's bailed. So they've actually... In fact, maybe this got... Yeah, maybe this thing got destroyed earlier. Maybe that's why the guys were just sitting here not doing anything with it, actually. Things are going to get pretty tight here. They're just basically running in, which is not always the best plan, but they are tight on time, so they don't have a lot of choice. Man, where's that fire coming from? Now, do I still have... Okay. I don't think I have any Marids active up here. It's been fair to say that they're going to be aware of this stuff going on here. Rather than place new artillery targets, I'm going to drag one just down to like here. Just going to lay down some withering fire. Target Golf. I'm going to put a spread in on target Golf. Put one round into range that. When I can find it. Fire artillery. Or is it Golf, right? Yeah. One round in on Golf for range. Fire that up. So a couple of guys here are just battling in. Newell and his guys, we've got to get on this. Oh my god, there's a guard infantry right here. The guys in the Ifrit are laying fire in. They're not going to be able to complete the mission with this thing though, because they've got to get in, but they're using it to lay in some severe firepower in on this. Have we still got Merid down the valley? Nope. They're not going to be able to do much to stop that thing. Let's do a full spread down on this now. infantry to deal with, though. Just see this coming in. Okay, so the guys who are going to see this. I believe there's some helicopters coming in. Some trucks on the way. Kopi is coming up. They need to get transport in now. It's on this squad to really get in, but they're having a hard time. There's a whole squad really close. If they could get in and medic them in. KJ Johnson, thank you very much indeed. Continuing to support the stream as always, dude. Guys, show Johnson some love in the chat. Oh my god, there's one AI here. Look at him, he's holding the line. This was the one that they missed earlier on. Come on, get in the mix, dude. God, he's actually like holding the mission. He's moving away. Good job. Oh, he's moving back to that tactical tree. Dude, he's wrecked like 2 or 3 people. They need to get in. They're running out of time. Well, the time limit was up until they got 45 minutes before the CSAT would try to evac. And basically, there is a Ifrit here, or a Merid or something. Yeah, Merid. And basically, my sort of theory with this, I wasn't going to explain to them the actual deal with this, but there's a Merid, and it's being kind of repaired, basically. So you can see here, see it's got like an oil leak. And so this thing is basically being repaired. So if they don't get to it in the 45 minutes, that's the time it takes for the CSAT to rep that truck. Once that truck is repped, I basically am going to try and get down to the coast here, and then once I get to the coast, and then that's game over. In fact, actually, sorry, this was all kind of secret stuff that I wanted to reveal like later on, but let me just try and get in. I need to get in my civilian units right here, so that I can actually equip these. Actually, no, not civilian units. We're going to get a CSAT ship. So here's our waiting boat. Okay, right, let's go back over here. So I'm going to prep this truck in preparation that things are going to be ready to go. I mean, it basically is. Problem is, for me, I've got to drive it out of here, which is going to be a pain in the ass. It's quite tricky to get out. Looks like a bit of, I can hear minigun fire coming down. They're trying to strike the top of this hill, which is going to be dangerous. Yeah, seriously running out of time. Oh, Pawnee is down. Where is that heli support? They need it now. I think it's coming in. And they've got a boat for some reason. I don't know why the frickin' hell they're wasting time with that. Couple of guys over here that are kind of waiting and holding back because I think they're the AT team. This team need to get down this road and get in on the base. I'm going to start sort of loading units into trucks. They've got 5. They've got 12 minutes. No, 5. They got 7 minutes remaining. Sorry. 6. Right, here comes Dreams. Now let's see what Dreams does here. Now bear in mind that those Kamish, which are on those hilltops, can actually fire down at helis. They are anti-air tanks. So it's dangerous. Basically it all relies on Dreams getting this heli in somewhere on the ground near to this. Because if he doesn't, they're going to be screwed. If he can get it just on this hilltop ahead of him, they've got time to get down there. But if he gets shot to pieces... Oh, what the fuck is he doing? This is not where they need to be. This is not good. He's put himself in line of sight at the base. Oh, get it on the ground, dude. And don't destroy your rotors. Okay, he's on the ground. They can still get to there in this time. They've got 5 minutes to run across the valley. They've got a big force in on the ground now. Oh shit! He's taking a lot of fire. And he's out and away. Right, 5 minutes. Oh, but these guys, they've been landed straight in front of a CSAT squad. That CSAT squad is going to be immediately calling that in. What have we got? Delta. I'm going to put a ranging marker in on Delta. The other squad are making a move as well. We need to get some artillery fire on that. Call it in on Delta. 1 round. I've got to range this because it's not a preset marker. Fire it out. Go. When this hits, I can call in a further strike. They've got 5 remaining. Once I have called this artillery strike in, 5 minutes. Oh shit! I pressed something I did not mean to. I don't know what happened. Right, it's not landed yet anyway. How did that not land yet? I just did. Okay, those guys are going to call that in as an accurate marker. So let's go back and just fire a spread in on that. 3 rounds, fire. 3 rounds, fire. 3 rounds, fire. These guys coming down here are having a hard time. They're getting picked off by some of the guys up on the top here. You can see like these. Isn't it interesting how like the whole squad is getting picked and pinned down by just 2 enemy infantry? These guys right here, look, and they're just basically holding the line on them. It's very interesting. They're having a hard old time. Right, let's see this lot coming in. Artillery is landing. Holy shit! Most of the team have been wiped out. There's a squad that should have made it. Jesus, they got ruined coming in on this. They really, a better position would have been to come in on this hilltop and push down. They're having heavy losses. Right, okay, so now it's time to, they're doing whatever they're doing. We're going to try and get our team out of here now. So I'll personally drive this thing. So I'm going to grab the hostages and bring them into the truck. And the hostages should generally... No! Okay, I need to get a driver in there first, apparently. I was just like, what? Okay, let's get a guy in here. Right. Load into the truck. Wait, can I not do this? Ah, for Christ's sake, I thought this was going to work. This is going to be one of my failed missions. Right, let me see if I can get this guy in as a passenger or something. You're not going to be able to get in on this. See, I thought that I'd be able to load this guy in. Well, I can't do that, but what I'm going to do then is I'm going to have to suspend disbelief, guys. Sometimes with these kind of things, if it's not quite working right, you've got to suspend your disbelief. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these guys in on this. Now, I'm going to delete the hostages out of here, okay, because I can't load them in. But we're going to imagine, okay, suspend your disbelief, all right? Imagine they're in the truck, okay? So we're going to drive out. Well, I have to tell them hostages are on the move, so they have a chance. It needs a gunner and a driver. I've got a driver and a gunner. Anyway, as I say, there was no physical way for me to get them in there, apparently. So I'm just going to do it manually, like this, okay? Now, again, this is suspension of disbelief, right? If the guys can stop the truck or blow its wheels off, then, okay, we'll be in with a chance. It doesn't matter. My immersion is ruined. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter that they're not in there. The point is that it's the truck that they have to target. But again, they need to be... Okay, I better just tell them... Right, so basically the point was that after the timer is up, they can call in hostages on this position. Actually, before we start to move though, we're going to use we've got 2 paratroopers, remember? We've got 2 paratrooper units. Okay, so I'm going to call in the paratrooper units right now. I'm going to put one squad over the base right here. Okay, I'm going to put one squad over the base, and I'm going to put one squad down here by my boat exit, should I need them. Okay, so I'm going to put those guys there. Right, now I've got to get back to my truck. Now there's a lot of guys here, so I need to be a bit careful. I'm going to take a first-person view on this, I think, just because it's going to make my life more difficult. Almost impossible. If it gets a bit silly, I might have to third-person it, but yeah, because I can't see my way past this bloody tree, man. Trying to get a better angle. Come on, you can do it. There we go. I'm going to be a little bit careful because using Arma logic, I don't want to kind of end up having my truck get broken. We'll try and climb our way out of here. So we're heading to the boat now, and as I say, in your mind, we've got 3 hostages on board. Put a waypoint down. Why would we put a waypoint down? Oh, you mean for the CSAT? I'm not trusting CSAT to go where they're supposed to go. That would be stupid. I'm just telling the guys a reminder, because again, we've had issues before where the guys are very, very unaware of what is happening, and I'm just telling them a reminder that hostages are on the move out of the area. I'm not going too fast, I'm trying to give them a chance to see what's happening. I just see a heli landing over near me. We need to get down on that road over there if we can. Oh shit, looks like my wheels have taken a hit, that's not good. Yeah, we're taking some fire here, guys. Let's just go third person, see what we can see what's going on here. That's it, infantry, get out and fuck them up. They've shot half my wheels off, but we're not giving up yet. Got no gunner now. It's going to be problematic. I'm not sure if they're aware that it's me they're going for. I think it is probably. If they can neutralise... Oh shit, they're getting the other wheels. Right, turn away, turn away. My raid with hostages is pushing south. It's mostly crippled. Okay, they've targeted me. You're going to get fucked up, buddy. I was trying to drive over him. Why did my gunner jump out? Why? Why did my gunner jump out? God damn it. PSK, thank you very much for the host, buddy. Come on, we can do this, guys. I'm going to escape. I'm going to get to that boat. Hopefully my... They can't see. Oh, God. Oh, that's it. Come on, just keep those 3 wheels. We need the 3 wheels. If I could just get to the other side of this thing, I'm going to be much safer. Come on. Come on. They can probably walk faster, yeah, but that's so dangerous. And also, I can't make civilian infantry do what I want. Oh, fuck. That's it, I'm going to call it, that's it. Damn it. I'm going to have this guy get out. Don't blow it up, you idiots. Okay, right, now I'm going to have the officers come out here. So let's get 3 officers. Actually, I can have these guys stay as NATO now, because they're... Ooh, what the hell's going on here? Right, we've got the CSAT officers. Wait, why are they linked weirdly? Hold on one sec, guys. One sec. I'm just going to place these guys again. Oh, they're FIA, that's why. Men, officers, 1. This has been a little bit of a random one today. Right, there we are, 3 officers. I can tell them where to go. I'm going to get the officers safe. So I'm just telling them the final part, they need to extract these hostages from the downed Marid. I'm going to get them safe over here. Put some smoke down for them. It looks like the rest of the team have had a battle to get up on top here. It looks like they managed to get in. Now he missed all that, but again, you know, sadly can't deal with it all the time. But it looks like the guys are having a good time. And it looks like Zen, the 2 guys who are neutralising them up on the side of the hill here, are still trying to get in the mix and stop them from taking any more. Oh god, they got nailed. Come on, fuck him up. Come on, buddy. Your legs are destroyed, but you can do it. Come on. Oh no, look, his friend's RPG is just sadly rolling down the hill. Come on, dude, get him. We need to go back to where those hostages are to keep an eye on things. Oh, oh god, he got... Oh, dude! He got absolutely ruined, I think, from behind there or something. Okay, anyway, this mission has played out extremely well. I've enjoyed this one. They haven't gone in to clear the base because they didn't have to. You know, it was an interesting part of the mission here was that I didn't want to make it so that... I wanted to have a reason for the guys to try and get out of there. Because what always happens with the hostage missions... Okay, heli's coming in. Where is the heli? What always... Oh, here it comes, Ghost Hawk's coming in. What always happens with the hostage missions is that they just surround the base and then there's no point to the time limit, you see. So I really wanted the time limit to be a real factor. Okay, now I'm going to tell these guys to come up here. And then I should be able to load them into the heli, like so. They're just laying waste to the compound now. Right, they're away. Mission is complete. The officers successfully captured. And we're pretty tight into the limit there. They had some extra time because of moving the hostages, but you see, here's the thing, I had to do that, and again I wanted to reveal that kind of as later on part of the mission rather than state it from the outset, because I didn't want them to counter that mission, right? There's a few guys still going in to kind of clear up the base. Let's go back to the main base, and we'll just complete the mission for them so they get a little morale boost. There we go, mission complete. Okay, now let's go in on the base here and just watch these guys mopping up the last guard infantry. If I was going to be a bastard, I would take control of one of these guys, but I don't know where the units are, actually. There's a couple on the ground floor here. There's one guy right here. You can just hear the airstrikes coming in. Oh, Jesus. Do you know what? Let's have a bit of fun here. If I can, without being... Shit, friendly, fucking hell, man. God, he just got wasted. I don't want to just sit here, so let's move. Oh shit, he shot me in the back! Fucking bastard! Shot in the back. Oh god. It was all going so well. Anyway, things are going good. Anyway, good mission there, guys. I think you will agree. Nice mission. The two little birds provided really good fire support there. And, you know, flying the little birds is pretty hard because you come under pretty hard fire from the ground. And they were doing a really good job of laying in airstrikes and then pulling out. There was a couple of things that worked really good on that mission that I enjoyed a lot. There was a couple of sort of repositions which I really enjoyed. One was Neil's team up on here, and the fact that they sort of managed to resurrect, they managed to medic everybody that was here, and then they moved away. You know, they moved away to make another move down this hill here. Okay, and then also we had Scotty's team who were over on this side, and they tried a frontal assault on the base, and they realised that wasn't any good because it was just way too open. They were trying to push over here, and it was just too open. They were just getting cut to pieces. So the fact they had to kind of come down this valley here, fire across, move up, and then engage the base, that was really cool to see.